Hi everybody, thanks for starting your week with the Farm and Ranch News. Well, the Montana Stockgrowers Association is encouraging ranchers to attend meetings and submit comments for the proposed Missouri Headwaters Conservation Area. The proposal would allow the Fish and Wildlife Service to acquire up to 250,000 acres of conservation easements within the proposed 5.7 million acre area in southwest Montana. The easements are intended to protect wildlife habitat while also protecting open space and working lands into the future to help preserve the rural way of life, including ranching. Open houses for the public to learn more and provide written comments will be held this week in Wisdom, Dillon, and Alder. Well, agricultural productivity is increasing, but not at a fast enough rate. That's according to a new report from Virginia Tech. From 2011 to 2021, global total factor productivity, a measure of the world's ag productivity, grew at an average of just 1.14% annually. To meet the agricultural needs of a global population growing to 10 billion by 2050, 1.91% annual growth is needed. The director of the research group says proven tools to address the productivity gap are available now, but obstacles, including ineffective government policies and barriers for farmers to access these tools like risk and socioeconomic status, are causing ag productivity to lag. The report says growth is strong in China and South Asia, but below targets in the rest of the world. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll be back to talk about the markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always gonna be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Welcome back to the Ag Report. Well, the July 1st replacement heifer inventory was the lowest on record, but thus far, early indications are not telling us that we're going to see overly aggressive heifer retention. Last month, auction receipts averaged 43% heifers. That's even with last year, and video sales actually sold a higher percentage of heifers compared to 2022. In the last cattle cycle, the cow-calf segment had been increasing heifer retention for 4 years before the cow herd began to grow again in 2015. Today, even as cow culling drops, the heifers are not yet there to allow cow herd growth in a large way, setting the stage for a more methodical rebuild than the last cycle. Well, cattle futures did find their way into the Black Friday after a tough stretch battling outside market concerns. In the cash cattle trade, we're down $1 to $2 from last week. Live sales $181 to $184, dress $288 to $290. At the first test of spring calves in Belle Fourche, preconditioning shots made the difference in price. Light 4-weight steers up to $360, upper 4-weights $307 to $345, 5 to 5.5 weight steers $3 to $307. Steep pressure on the lambs at the Newell shipyards. 60 to 80 pound lambs $207 to $223, 80 to 100 pounders $187 to $207. And corn and soybean harvest pressure, as well as concern about rising interest rates, forced the grain market lower. Drought-related production issues in the southern hemisphere could be a bullish factor, but for now, the wheat market struggles to put together a sustained rally. Well, thanks so much for joining us for the Ag Report. Have a great week.